Okay, welcome back. Let's talk knives, because that's what we're into. Today I have for you guys the CRKT Minimalist. This is actually a fun kind of knife. I am not a huge fan of small knives, but this is one of the ones that I really like because of the way it feels in the hand. Of course, it looks a little goofy because it's tiny. But tiny knives, I don't know. I kind of have to, I don't know. Anyways, you can get this knife on Amazon, or you can just go to your local hardware shop like Lowe's, and that's where I got mine. And yes, I have two of these. That's how much I actually like this, but I'm actually going to give one of them away. This Minimalist is a CRKT model. I love the way it sits in the hand. It's got these three kind of finger indentation groove things. And look at that. And yes, it does come with this little lanyard. I think it's actually kind of a nice little touch. But it sits just like that in the hand. And it has jimping right along the spine right here, so you can actually put your thumb down on that jimping. You got the little guy. Little itty bitty knife. This is actually kind of cool if you're going to use it for tool usage. I think these handle scales are micarta. It's kind of got that layered micarta. Yeah, it's micarta. Excuse me. And you can see the name on there. If it can focus. Focus. Oh, come on. Show me the money. Okay. Oh, now it wants to do it. Alright, so yeah, you can see it. CRKT. Trying to get it as clear for you guys as possible. And on this side, it says the Minimalist. And it should say Foltz. Yeah, Foltz design. I believe this is also a bead blasted AUS 8. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm saying that too much. I just don't really know what else to say. I don't really care for small knives. I actually like big knives, just small knives. This is the only small knife that I actually like. I have a few variations of this you'll see at a later date. It comes in a clamshell packaging at Lowe's. I like it. And the reason why I like this knife, it's not just because of the way it feels in the hand, but how awesome this is. Now it says on the Amazon website that it is a neck knife. Yeah, okay, I can see that as a neck knife, sure. I don't really care much for neck knives. I think it's hugely inconvenient. They're in the way. I don't really care much for neck knives. I think they're kind of... It's not really my cup of tea, but I like this because if I turn it around, you guys will see this is a belt loop here that you can actually put this on your belt, and it is Kydex. Snaps in there. It's not gonna fall out. It's in there. You put your fingers in the indentations, you push it out, and you got yourself a little utility knife. Or in some states, if you're going to be traveling and you can only carry a small knife, maybe this will be great for self-defense. If you need something to give you that little boost of confidence. It comes sharp too. It comes really sharp. I have not used this knife at all. I've carried it. I have not used it. I haven't opened boxes, haven't opened mail, I haven't done any of that jargon. But let me get some specs for you guys so you guys can know. And yes, it does come with this paracord kind of string here. It's a nice touch. It really does. You get a lot for your money. On the Amazon website, it is $27.78. When I was at Lowe's, I believe I spent around about 30 to 32, maybe 35 bucks. But let me get you some measurements here. So overall, this thing comes in at... Wow. It's like a little over 5 inches, including the lanyard, if people really want to know. Like 7 1/4. Alright. Carrying this knife is really easy. You can use this as a necklace. You could put it through your belt loop, and yes, it does have the screws, so you can actually screw this like this. Up here, you can screw it any way you want and hold it that way. There's many carry options for this. I quite enjoy this knife. Even though I'm not a huge fan of small knives, it is a fixed blade. You cannot do anything with it other than that. Being the way it is, you have to carry it either around the neck or with this. Let's see how much it weighs. Alright, 2.50 ounces. Yeah, super light, obviously. Super small. Alright, and of course it's one full piece of metal, and then you got the micarta scales on both sides. So a lot of people want to know that, so that's that, in case you haven't already noticed. And of course, let's see how wide it is. Not that you're going to carry this in your pocket or anything, but it's relatively thin for what it is. 10.3 at the handle. And 5.4 as that is. Oh, okay, well, oh no. The battery fell out. My bad, people. Alright. And then, of course, right here where the belt loop is, try to see how that goes. If it can focus. If it can focus. So a 9.5. Yeah. Not that you're going to drop this in the pocket, although you can if you want to go that route. It's just one of those kind of knives, kind of those fun little small knives. Like I said, pick it up at a hardware store. And I have other variations of this particular knife. One's a karambit, another one is kind of like a sheep's foot. Oh, you know what? Let's cut. Almost forgot. Sorry about that. It's just, it's so simple because it's a fixed blade. It's not a folder. I keep forgetting certain things. So I have not used this knife at all for cutting. So cutting something with this would be the first time ever. Bust out the paper. All right, so I'm going to test the tip on this. Oh yeah. That was hardly any effort, and it just went right through the paper. Oh yeah, that's sharp. And of course, let's just try. Yeah, that's really sharp. Paper again. Yeah. That's the first time I ever cut anything. And yes, a little bit of rope. Why not? I do promise you guys that the cutting is going to evolve over time because I want to make this... Oh yeah, look at that. I want to make this a little bit more interesting, so during the holidays I'm going to be cutting some holiday related targets. But right now I'm actually just trying this out because this is new for me and I really just want to make sure that I'm doing this right. So bear with me, but the cutting will get more interesting come time. So yeah, there's the Minimalist from CRKT. And where did I... Oh, there it is, just off camera. And this Kydex sheet. So yeah, knife that you can use for, well, your EDC if you really wanted to. It's compact, nice and small. You can actually use it for... And it's really easy to hide. That's if you're wanting to hide it. But like I said, I had two of these because they're just so cheap and I found them at Lowe's. If you guys are interested in that, go ahead and look it up on Amazon or go to Lowe's and see if they still have it. I think that's all I got for you for this one. So I'll see you in the next one. Laters.